Hey guys, it's me Gunky, and welcome back to another episode of Ew Gross. So new week, new team, and although I've tried to record this already once, and we had some internet issues still, we'll get on to this episode with our brand new team, which is, I'm calling the Family Von Trapp. It's a Parish Trapp team inspired by the winning 2015 Parish Trapp teams, kind of adapted to what's going on right now. I think that is a potential. It's definitely the first time that we've seen Parish Trapp be able to make a splash since then. Maybe you could argue that there was some in 2016 with the Ubers. Oh, and we got a match already from the Netherlands, Nick. See what Nick's bringing with him. Nick has a Cresselia, Charizard, Machamp, Landorus, Heatran, and Tapu Bulu. Interesting. Machamp, probably a no-guard Machamp here. You don't see too many Machamps, that's for sure. Definitely not with a lot of fairies running around. Real question is, what do I want here? So Tapu Fini is usually reserved for like a Tapu Lele matchup, or if I need to put pressure with the Politoed. But I don't see, my opponent's already locked in. I don't see any reason why I couldn't just go for a Persian Gengar lead here. And I'll bring Politoed and Gothitelle, I think. There's some argument that you could make for a Mungus here, but I don't think so. Well, good luck to my opponent. Yeah, my strategy here is definitely just the bread and butter of this team, which is put fake out pressure early on, get my Parish song up, and my opponent really doesn't have any good answers for it. The best answer he has is just dealing damage. It's Cresselia and Charizard. So Cresselia has access to a lot of moves, and it could be carrying the Z Psychic, which is honestly pretty threatening. It's probably the most threatening thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fake out the Cresselia, just because that's a potential, and I'm going to Parish Song here. So my opponent, feeling confident, knows what moves he wants to go for. I mean, if it's a Trick Room strategy, I don't mind that either. It is a Charizard Y here. One thing I do have weakness is without having access to some like Hitmontop, I don't have Wide Guard coverage, so I don't think one Heat Wave will faint me here. He will be pretty offensive though, but I'll be able to switch into my Politoed here next turn. So there's the Parish Song. And it does just a single target flamethrower. How much damage will this do? It knocks it out completely. That's really bad. Well, Gothitelle has to come into this slot now. But that's okay. So I'll switch out Persian for Politoed here. And yeah, the question is, I think Charizard will probably go for a Fire type move, and I don't know what Cresselia will do, so I'll just Protect to be safe. It's probably a waste of Protect, which is pretty important on this team. You have to manage your Protects just right, and maybe I should have Heal Pulsed here on the Politoed. It was probably safe to do so, but we'll see. We'll see what's the right call. Flamethrower comes into the Politoed slot here, yep. So yeah, no burn, and skill swap. Oh, but I protected. Very good that I protected here. The only issue that I have here, the skill swap completely destroys me. Wow, it's so unlikely that Cresselia will be running that too. So, definitely not good. I don't have taunts on any of my Pokemon here. Charizard is already going to go down, so I might as well Scald into it. It could be Solar Beam, but it'll probably switch out, so yeah. I'll Ally Switch here, and my opponent will Skill Swap with my Charizard. Does Protect here, but that's fine, because next turn I can just Protect. So this Ally Switch coming in huge, being able to deny my opponent's Skill Swap here. So it does take my Drizzle, and I have a Floating Frog, guys. So the perish count falls to 1 for both my opponent's Pokemon, and with that I can just simply protect with both of my Pokemon here. Yeah, I think Ally Switch is one of the tweaks I made to the 2015 team. I do not have a fighting or an attack move on Gothitelle, but I just think Ally Switch is so fun. I'm just having so much fun with the thing right now, and it really can surprise people. So I'm just running with it. I'm not sure if it's the best move. Ooh, Charizard absorbing sunlight here, and Ice Beam. Yeah. So that's two of my opponent's Pokemon down, and I do have my Politoed here. I wonder what Pokemon he brought in the back. I would imagine maybe one of the Tapus, and I don't think he brought Persian, so probably Landorus, yeah. Or did he have a Persian? Or is that the other match? I can't remember. So it is a Landorus and Bulu. So the question here, I feel like what my opponent is going to try to do is go for a Wood Hammer into my Politoed. So once again, I think I'm going to Ally Switch and Perish on. I really have to preserve this, and since my Protects are both down, this is my best bet. Now, next turn, I think I'm going to go for the Trick Room Protect play, but we'll see if my opponent calls it here. Superpower coming into Gothitelle. And Wood Hammer coming into... Oh, he read. Very good to my opponent. That's going to be game here, likely. I mean, he could have just been expecting a Trick Room or something too, and since he didn't see Parasong, but I have... It's going to be tough. This is the downside of taking Ally Switch. So, Landorus is -1 attack and -1 defense, right? Yeah. So, I think what I can do here is just fake out the Tapu Bulu, and... Yeah, and I'll protect. Yeah, that's really too bad. If I would have got out of that turn alive, definitely would have had my opponent here. He does protect with Tapu Bulu, which probably means, I don't know, Landorus next to Tapu Bulu usually isn't the best combo, simply because it negates his own Earthquake. Oh, but he goes for U-turn onto my Persian. That'll do okay damage, yeah. The only chance I really have here is for my foul plays to be able to pick out knockouts. Luckily, they're both physically inclined. So what I want to do here is foul play into the Tapu Bulu here, and heal pulse the Persian, I think. I don't know. I think Persian will be able, unless it's superpower from the Tapu Bulu, maybe. That did decent damage. You turn back again onto the Persian. Oh, I think Wood Hammer will be able to KO it here. Oh, but he goes into Gothitelle, luckily. Wow, that did so much damage with that recoil. And it pops his berry here. Yeah. It pops my berry too. But that's... this is grindy. So, Persian back up to full health here. Yeah. Landorus is... I feel like I'm in a parting shot here. And... and protect. I don't think there's any way I can get this without... It's a weird dichotomy because my foul plays are only going to be based on their attack, so dropping his attacks aren't going to help me in the long run. Wood Hammer does come out into my Persian, which I should survive. Yeah, I just need to stall out the grassy terrain. I think that was last turn though, right here. No, there's one more. So I can protect. And then I think I'll set up Trick Room. That way I can heal Pulse at the beginning of the turn. My opponent read me there. Horn Leech. Wow. Really good for my opponent. I'm pretty sure that... Ooh, Gothitelle just manages to hang on. But, yeah. My opponent really reading it well there. But the Grassy Train is gone. But I think I'm just too far behind. The only chance I got is if he goes double into my Persian and isn't able to knock it out. But no, he's just going to finish off the Gothitelle with a Horn Leech here. Yeah, I think it's right to just try to win, but yeah, maybe if I did have Psychic on the Gothitelle, I could be doing more work. Yeah, that foul play does a lot, though. Yeah. I probably should have been foul playing into Landorus earlier. I didn't expect it to do as much as it did. Just because the Tapu Bulu seems like a bigger threat. But it was still chipping away at me, and then Woodhammer here should knock me out. Oh no, I survived, but the U-turn definitely will. So yeah, good game to my opponent here. I definitely lost that Gengar too early. I think that was the issue with this, and that's the thing is if one of your Parasongers goes down, I couldn't get the second Parasong up either. It was unfortunate, but yeah, good game to Nick there. I think. Honestly, Charizard-wise, a pretty tough matchup. Hey guys, so yeah, the internet's been acting up again, so sorry guys, but we're going to stitch these videos together again. But we did find an opponent agent here. He's bringing a team of Incineroar, Tapu Koko, Gardevoir, Amoonguss, Gastrodon, and Landorus. So, Trick Room team. This is pretty... I don't know if it's exactly meta. The Gastrodon's an interesting addition. Definitely trying to hedge against his rain matchups, but I do think that I have a pretty decent... shot against him. I think there's a decent chance he leads Amoonguss Gardevoir. The thing with that, if I lead this Persian, maybe I don't want to lead Persian and I want to lead Tapu Fini. Yeah, Tapu Fini might be the right play simply because I can That's a kind of hard shot because if he brings Amoonguss Gardevoir and I fake out the Amoonguss, his Gardevoir can put a decent threat onto my Gengar. Although I'm not sure if I lose or not. I'm just going to lead this and then I'll bring Gothitelle and Politoed in the back. I'm not sure about this, guys. This is going to take a little bit of getting used to with this team. So, but good luck to Agent here. Pretty cool outfit. You got Incineroar or Landorus here. Okay, cool. Now that makes me feel a lot better about this lead. If I really Tapu Fini here, it would be a lot harder because he's putting on a lot of offensive pressure. So the real issue here is whether or not the Landorus has a dark, like Incineroar Z, or just a strong dark move here. The safest play would be to protect, if I think that's the case, protect and fake out, but he's putting a lot of pressure on here, so I think what I have to do is Perish Song here. Hope he goes for the fake out, because my fake out is faster, and just fake out Landorus. If he does have the dark move, Dark EMZ or Incineroar EMZ, like, I definitely am going to get... Oh no, he switches out. Okay, into Gardevoir. Well, that's even better for me. Yeah, I'm going to get a free Perish Song up here. Yeah, I'm not so sure what the Gardevoir can do. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not so obvious that this team is a Perish Trapp team unless you know the archetype, but once you do, you never mistake it again. Because the thing is, I'm not running an Intimidator, which is part of the core, but the reason I'm not doing that is because I don't think that, like, maybe Incineroar is a good option here instead of, for example, the Feeny, but the reason I'm running the Feeny is because it's so hard to win against Tapu Lele. It's basically Tapu Lele, Mimikyu, and Como are like the 3 worst things for this. So the standard second step here, protect into both of this, but I actually might Parting Shot out here. Now I'll wait to Parting Shot. I just want to see what my opponent's going to use so I can disable one of them. And unfortunately, this way I'm not going to know if the Landorus is Scarf or not. That's the other issue. If he's Scarf, I could get really burnt. So he does Mega Evolve here. Just because, like, the Scarf Landorus probably can one-shot my Gengar, especially if it's special, like if it can Earth Power. And it's a Z move, so Ground EMZ, Tectonic Rage coming out. That's still going to do a lot of damage. I would imagine maybe 60%, 50-60%. Yeah, a little more, even 70% probably. Hyper Voice. So the issue here is that I can't let Gengar take another hit like that, but that's fine. I'm just gonna switch it out into Gothitelle and Parting Shot out here. Is it the right play I want to make? I think so. I think I'll Parting Shot out here on the Gardevoir. The thing is, maybe I should be running Taunt on my Persian instead of Parting Shot. I'm just trying this out because I think Parting Shot is pretty nice to be able to act as kind of a offensive nullifier. Like, you can do it second turn. Like, if I would have Parting Shotted, for example, against the Landorus, it would have done a lot less damage there. And here I can bring in the Politoed. Yeah, basically, and then next turn, oh, it goes for Rock Slide, okay. Yeah, that does a lot of damage, honestly. Kind of surprising. And Hyper Voice here, so good thing, because if not, this would do a lot, yeah. So, yeah, next turn, I just Protect here. It's the obvious play, at least. Is the obvious play. I think I'm actually going to Heal Pulse the Politoed, and... no, I'm not going to do that. I could get Trick Room up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Trick Room up and Protect. I will take some damage with my Gothitelle, but getting Trick Room is pretty nice. So Earthquake comes out. Yeah, kind of doesn't need to worry so much about his Gardevoir. I think my Gothitelle's Berry will proc from this. Yeah, I think that's in range. Yeah. It's really good. And Gardevoir used Trick Room. So, well, I reverse it. Interesting. Not so certain about what my opponent's play. I mean, he's probably bringing in like a Mungus here. If that is the case, then I'm glad that the Trick Room got countered. Yeah, that leads me to believe it's a Mungus in the back here. And he's going to try to spore his way out of this. But that definitely would deny him. Is Incineroar and Tapu Koko. Okay, I'm not so sure why it would have gone for Trick Room in the first place, but hey. Somehow in some weird world, I made the misplay. But there's no way I would have ever predicted that. So I'm going to ally switch here and go for Parasong because I believe it's going to be fake out Thunderbolt or fake out electric type move into Politoed. But there was no fake out, and actually fake out precedes ally switch. I just remembered that. So I do get a Parasong off here. So it's looking good for the home team. My Gothitelle might go down here, but that's okay. Knockoff coming into Politoed slot. So that's unfortunate. Wow, that does a lot. That Incineroar must be very attack heavy. But that's okay. So this turn... yeah, there's no sense in not doing this. Just protect with both of my Pokemon here. I buy myself a turn, and then... oh, the match is forfeited. Okay, well, kudos to my opponent. Definitely stuck out in spite of the Perish Trap. So yeah, nice. We were able to pull it off there. I'm glad he led what he did, and I have no idea why that Gardevoir would have gone for Trick Room, but maybe he was just tilted so much that he didn't want to play. So yeah, we'll get one more in, I think, since that one was pretty quick. Yeah, I'm so tired of these disconnects, guys. I just want to be climbing the ladder, and we haven't been able to yet. So really, I'm hoping that this will end it this week. I have no idea. I think it's the location of my room and relative to where the router is, but I don't know. I do think that this is kind of like not a very well liked strategy, Perish Trap, but I just wanted to do it. I wanted to try out something that was different. I guess we've looked at the whole range of offensiveness. Like there's the first team that we had, which was just offense right from the ground, going, just cycling in switches, getting extra value. Okay, we got Davide from Italy here with a team of Salamence, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Kartana, Zapdos, and Swampert. Interesting. Swampert. Swampert, but no rain setup. Unless there's like a rain dance on the Tapu Fini. Or maybe Salamence. I have seen rain dance on Salamence before. I think the Tapu Fini is annoying for Amoonguss. I think Persian Gengar has pretty good matchup here. Yeah. I don't need Fini or Amoonguss, I don't think, in this matchup. Amoonguss maybe, just because it's just hard to bring it when I know he's got a Fini and a Zapdos and Kartana and Incineroar. Yeah, okay. Yeah. There's not a very good matchup for Amoonguss. I think, I don't know, the only way that my opponent can get me here is if he just out-pressures me. But it comes down to, I think, if that... I mean, his lead is not nearly as scary as last time because he's not going to have two super effective moves against me like he did with Landorus and Incineroar. There's just no way. So one of the versions I was trying, this team was running... instead of Persian, I was running Leopard, who gets access to Encore and Prankster, which is so nice with Disable. But yeah, it is the Salamence and Incineroar lead here. Now the issue I do have to worry about is if I get one shot by either Salamence and Incineroar. This is once again one of those decisions that I hate having to make. I feel like my gut's just telling me to fake out the Salamence and go for the Perish Trap, or for the Perish Song here in Mega Evolve. I don't know if that's the right play. If he has the dark move, I'm definitely going to be behind. That's the thing about this, is you have to kind of play perfectly. You have to know and make reads, and it puts a lot of pressure on you to make the play right when they're hyper-offensive. Salamence does protect here, which is good, that's fine, as long as he doesn't have the dark MC here. Persian gets a fake out into Salamence, and... uh-oh. I do get the Perish Song off, but without a fake out coming in here, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Knockoff. Okay. I think it survives. Yeah. Okay. As long as it's not the Z move or Darkest Lariat, because I don't have an item for him to knock off, so yeah. And here, I definitely think I have to Parting Shot out into the Salamence and protect. It's going to be tough. I need to weaken that Salamence a lot. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, customarily it's been this Intimidator fake out person bringing in, because it would have lowered my opponent so much. I'm not saying it's bad per se, and maybe there is some space for it on the team. Salamence does double edge into my Persian. I think I'll survive that with Thick Fur, yeah. And Persian gets a Parting Shot out here. Yeah, if you guys have a suggestion, I mean, I've looked at some of the, like Arcanine, it doesn't have fake out. Basically, it was like Scrafty or Hitmontop, but they're so weak against. They're so weak against the. What are they weak against? Oh, they're weak against fairies. So weak against fairies. Scrafty's 4 times weak. It just doesn't work well. And Flare Blitz. He did read my Protect, so that's pretty good for my opponent here. But with the rain out and no burn, so. The nice thing about this is I can kind of stagger my... Yeah, I'm going to be slower. Yeah, without a doubt. I'll be slower than the Incineroar here, and I'll just switch out into Gothitelle. It could knock off into that slot, which I'm expecting it to, honestly, but what can I do? Double Edge into my Politoed, okay. And U-turn. Wow. So, unfortunate for me, it is one of the Incineroars carrying U-turn, and that's one of the issues with this team in general, is that Volt Switch and U-turn are pretty good moves, pretty common moves, and some of the most played Pokemon. So, yeah. And the thing is, the higher level, they'll realize that they should just do it on their own Pokemon. But I will get the knockout on the Salamence here. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to sacrifice my Persian here. I think I'm going to try to get the Trick Room up here. Might be a little greedy, but I think it's going to focus into my Persian slot. At least Leaf Blade's coming into that slot. Double Edge. Into my Gothitelle. And that Parting Shot paying dividends here. Getting my Berry. And Leaf Blade into the Persian, yep. So it is going to get its Beast Boost, which is not ideal, but Trick Room coming up will be really nice. I think I'm going to have a hard time winning this one, just because he got his Incineroar. So we're 3 for 3, we're 3 and 3 right now, and I definitely want to bring in my Politoed here, but Kartana is strong, and a +1 Leaf Blade might knock out my Gothitelle, because my play as it stands, the thing that makes the most sense is to ally switch and Perish Song. Hopefully it just doesn't bring Incineroar. I think he has to. I think that's the logical play for my opponent, is to bring Incineroar here. Let's see, my Politoed comes out first, and it is the Incineroar. So yeah, that is not looking good. Because he can easily U-turn out into his own Kartana. And so yeah, I mean, you know, maybe Scalding the Incineroar is the right play here. I think it might be. And I'll ally switch. Cause if it fakes out, it's not gonna matter anyways. Yeah, it does get its fake out. But at least, yeah, it didn't matter what I picked on Politoed. Oh, wow. And it went for the Leaf Blade into my Politoed anyways. Well, that's probably game here. I'm down to my last 2 and he's got 3. Yeah. Yep. That's just unfortunate because, I mean, there was not much I could do there, period. So that Kartana really got me. I guess the best option I have here is to heal Pulse the Gengar and Perish Song. But I think my opponent wins this turn. Yeah, knockoff is gonna probably faint my Gengar regardless. Yeah. Yeah, I just was too far behind in this game. Well, good game to my opponent. I definitely think that was a harder matchup than I was expecting it to be. I think he just got out-muscled, and he was both physical attackers, so if I just had Intimidate on that, it probably would have been good. And maybe that is something to think about, you know, for the midweek tweak. Some kind of Intimidator, fake-out pressure might be good in those matchups instead of the Persian. Persian's definitely there for the Mega Metagross, Tapu Lele, these kind of things. But yeah, maybe these hyper-offensive physical attacking teams, like the Incineroar, Landorus teams, I need some kind of answer for them. Yeah, they're weak to fairies, but yeah, I'll definitely take a look. But anyways, guys, so that's it for the first video for this week. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give me a like, try to grow the channel a little bit. But until tomorrow, I will see you later.